This month, the Sri Lankan Supreme Court held the Rajapaksas responsible for the economic crisis, and I'm quoting from what the court said. Their actions, omissions and conduct contributed to the crisis. Do you agree with the view?
Well, this is what the court has held.
But do you agree?
The crisis took place during their time.
But the court has not announced any punishment. Do you think they should face the consequences for their actions, or at the very least apologize?
No, the crisis took place during their time. And then when Mahinda Rajapaksa, the Prime Minister, gave up, the President then called on the opposition leader to form a government, which is the normal practice. And in this case, the opposition leader should have taken over because he had the backing of the government. They ducked it. The whole political system collapsed. There was no one willing to take responsibility. So finally, if you take it as a sequence, from the time the crisis took place and the delay in going to the IMF, and then the resignation of Prime Minister Mahinda Rajapaksa when the opposition failed to take it over, and then there is again the crisis of July when President Gotabaya Rajapaksa resigned, and again the opposition was not willing to take any responsibility. It meant the whole system has broken down. So the whole politics of this country has been, as I would say, topsy-turvy, which is just been, there were a lot of irresponsible actions by everyone.
And yet
so I think you have to look into all that, not merely one part of it, how the system had collapsed.
So you're saying the Rajapaksas alone are not to blame?
Rajapaksas have their share of responsibility.
Should they apologize for that?
I think they have done. Anyway, it's up for them. I think President Gotabaya had said something about this. Anyway, it's up for them. Then when they went off, what would have happened if no one took over the government?
Yeah.
It would have been worse. So it is basically the whole political system broke down because you are used to giving slogans, trying to keep people happy, and no one was prepared to take a hard decision. Right. So that's you have to look in that background. You see, this whole system collapsed. Not once, but twice. So if you look into that,
yeah.
I mean, the record is not good for anyone.
Yeah.
As far as President Rajapaksa and the Prime Minister Rajapaksa are concerned, they were there at that time, but it was a process that started. And let's say that they left office. What would have happened if the opposition was not willing to take over and I was not there?
Yes. That sounds like a fair argument to me, but your critics, I'm assuming, would construe it as defense of the Rajapaksas.
I am not defending the Rajapaksa. I am saying Rajapaksa are responsible. But then there no one else to take responsibility thereafter. The critics are the ones who ran away.
You're governing with support from the Rajapaksas party. A few days ago, you also attended the birthday celebrations of Mahinda Rajapaksa. Coming back to the critics, they've called you, and I'm quoting, a surrogate of the Rajapaksas. What do you say to people like these?
I have always wished Mahinda Rajapaksa on his birthday, and he has wished me on my birthday, and I've been there. This time, Mr. Nama Rajapaksa asked whether I could come to his house. He was having a party. Mm-hmm. So I said, yes, I mean, if any member of parliament invites me and I have the time, I go for the birthday party. Otherwise, sometimes we get the cake down and cut it in the parliamentary group meeting or at cabinet. That's the tradition. I mean, it's nothing new. I'm not a surrogate for the Rajapaksas. Their party is split. One half is working with the SJB. Other half is with me. If you ask me, is the whole of Rajapaksa's party supporting me? No. And if you ask me, is the whole of the SJB supporting Sajith Premadasa? No. All parties are split. So it looks as if I just asked people to get together to pull the country out. And I got this majority. If I didn't have the numbers, what would have happened?
This is a unique arrangement. Do you sometimes feel pressure from the party on certain
Sometimes
issues?
they have their requirements, they come along. other times they won't. So it's a sort of not a normal parliament.
Mm-hmm.